Okay, so we had Ranbir Kapoor and Yash at San Diego Comic-Con. They were part of a panel in Hall H, the exact same place where we've got iconic reveals from Marvel Studios, or DC with Warner Brothers, and so many more huge, big budget studios and films. Hall H in itself is a sacred place for all fandom, and Ramayana was there. With a full panel. I mean, this is the same place where we had Doctor Doom's reveal with Robert Downey Jr. coming back. That's the most recent example, but there's been so many iconic moments from Hall H at San Diego Comic-Con. Whatever this guy Namit Malhotra is doing with this film, put that on one side for a second. Putting India on the goddamn map in the world of cinema. Putting Ramayana side by side with the likes of the biggest Hollywood blockbusters, sharing the same platform. That deserves huge praise. He did the same at CinemaCon in Vegas earlier this year. Wow, never in my life, growing up watching films from India, have I seen Indian cinema represented this way, on such a global scale. The panel itself had some really good moments. I really enjoyed Koi Jandru's hosting here. I've been following him since the Collider Movie Talk days. He was the American hype man for the film. And this kind of energy was so welcome, especially for the panelists who I'm sure were under a bit of pressure being in such a new environment, on such a global scale. Gosh, seeing people from Indian cinema sitting on stage at Hall H with that iconic background and those foldable chairs. This is so cool. Namit Malhotra staked his whole reputation on this film by putting his name on it. At first, I thought that was a vanity thing, but now I understand, and it really isn't. Nitesh, the director of the film, explained how there's so many interpretations of this story. 300 of them, in fact. All of them equally revered. The most popular of them being the Valmiki Ramayana. This is the one most people in India know about and have read today. Namit Malhotra, I believe, by adding to this library of existing versions, is simply trying to keep his own interpretation of the story unique and make it his own. This is why the film is tagged with his name. Decades in the future, people will refer to this version of the story with its name, Namit Malhotra's Ramayana. And honestly, why not put your name on it if you're spending that kind of money? $500 million, what? I know that's not all his money, but still. Namit is so well spoken. He is extremely passionate about film, and you can tell by the way he speaks and with his body language. Nitesh Tiwari, the director, is aware of his responsibility here. Ramayana is as big as it gets for India, and he knows there's a lot he needs to do to appease everyone. I loved how he said while they were writing this film, they went to so many scholars of the Ramayana and consulted them about every single facet of the story, asking them what they can do, what they can't do, what they have liberty with, and what they definitely should not do. It makes me slightly worried that they won't be taking risks with the film, but maybe an epic like Ramayana only works as a linear straight-edge story, much like the Odyssey, and that is how it will work best. I'll leave that decision in the hands of the creatives, who know much more than me, obviously. What really genuinely got me excited were the two leading men. My god, their energy was absolutely spot on. Yash, wearing black, he came across as a powerful, composed and intelligent individual. Ranbir looked calm, reserved, humble and thoughtful, maybe a little vulnerable too. Both of them exude the exact archetype of their respective characters. The bromance was so nice to see. Yash, for me, had the biggest moment on the panel when he spoke about Ranbir's Ram. Ranbir on stage mentioned how he doesn't feel he's fit for the role of Ram. Yash quickly snapped back at this and said that only Ram will ever say he's not righteous enough to play Ram. God man, that gave me chills. They are approaching this film in a very thoughtful manner, appeasing to the Indian audience while elevating the film to the global level with its tremendous budget and positioning. I really hope this works. I've heard this story since I was a child, and it's profound and layered. It's fundamentally about how good defeats evil, but it's also more than that. Ranbir mentioned in the press interview with IGN how Ram said that even after he killed Ravan, there's a little bit of Ravan in all of us, and how each day we must fight good against evil. They showed the people in attendance the trailer, and I really hope it releases online soon too, for all of us to see. I can't wait to see what they're cooking here. I'm sure you've noticed, but we've had an upgrade to the studio. Alright, thanks to my brother, such a legend and a core member of the team. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. Can't wait for Marvel's Hall H panel tonight. That's going to be a good one. Video covering this tomorrow. Until then, bye bye!